Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, boys and girls, depending on where you are around the freaking world. And I hope everyone is having a freaking blessed day. Honestly, people, okay? It's all about positive vibes. Nothing else but positive vibes. You know what I mean? Keep it positive. You know, we have no time for negativity. What we got to do in life, we got to keep it moving, you know? And I really hope everyone's having a nice time off work. If you've got time off work, you know what I mean. Negativity. Oops, what we gotta do in life, we gotta keep it moving, you know. Oh God, be quiet, you annoying voice. Yes, Canada's in the building. How you doing, Otis? Otis the Hound Dog. How you doing? Luck and Fish Star. How you doing? Okie dokie. How you doing? Okay, got some early comers already today. Okay, is it Luera? Oh, Lunar. I don't know what. I don't even know what I'm doing. Wild Rose is in the building. What's going on, Wild Rose? Ella Rose is in the building. Miss Winston's in the building. Irene K is in the building. LC. Where I can listen as I cook dinner. Oh, what are you cooking for dinner? What are you cooking for dinner? Ambulance Chili's always in the building. Come on, Ambulance Chili. Gia, what's going on? Roxy Logan, what's going on? Sam said, Sam says. I'm not talking to Sam says today. Sam was horrible to me today. Yeah, she caught me out for misspelling a word. Kashina Williams, how we doing? Golloping Gossip. Techie mummy. Okay, you're into your text then. Sydney Upright, what's going on, Sydney? I hope you're smiling, Sydney. Keep smiling, Sydney. Never stop smiling, okay? LC, I've already said LC. I'm not saying you twice. We got Brazil's in the building. Olivia, oh God, Brazil was in the building. How you doing, Brazil? Hanny, how you doing? Ave is I. Okay, Stars is in the building. Miss Paige Williams, how you doing, Paige? I hope you've had a productive day today. Okay, I hope you found something good to do today. Annalisa Payton is in the building. Annalisa, how you doing? I hope you're not too high right now, okay, Miss Los Angeles. Berlin, you're from Berlin. Wow. So many familiar faces, 100%, and also some new faces as well. LC, rude, you asked what I'm making. No, how is it rude? I'm invested in what you're doing. Come on. Brittany Pierre Fitness, how you doing in the building? Keeping that fitness and going. Do you know anything about Tess? I absolutely don't. I feel you're gonna get triggered. Oh, come on, okie dokie. I see what you're doing. You're getting me prepared. No, honestly, this is gonna be mad. I know very little about Tess. I know she's someone that promoted being a plus size woman and she was doing some madness. But I know very thingy. You ignored my answer. Where's your? I didn't see your answer, LC. What are you talking about? I didn't see your answer. Oh, you're gonna prepare ginger and garlic. Oh, ginger and garlic, sorry. Mabel's in the building. Yes, Mabel's finally caught alive. I've seen Mabel. Mabel's been in the comment section for a minute now, you know. It's so good to see you live now, Mabel. Where are you, Mabel? What country are you in? Right now it's 12 midnight. Well, it's nearly 12 midnight in the UK, so yeah. I'm doing a special one for you guys. I'm staying up nice and late. Fairy Face J said I just made it. Yes, you just made it. Okay. I mean, this is going to be a long video, so let's not waste too much time. Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. That sounds so awesome. What's Kentucky like? You know? What is Kentucky like? Southern fried, you know, what is it? Fried Kentucky, or what is it, KFC? Fried Kentucky chicken, that's the one. Oh God, I am in case in a minute, so hey, life goes on. Oh my God, it's midnight. Yeah, it is midnight, but you know, we're awake, we're alive. Because you know what? I generally go to bed like a dumb hours, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. because I haven't got work until like the 4th. So, you know, it makes no difference to me right now. Shay Pie, what a name. Shay Pie. Hey, I made it to a stream. You're from North Carolina. Please do an accent. North Carolina. She's from North Carolina. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Oh my God, yes. Okay, Willis is in the building. That's where Amberlynn lives. Hey, okay. So wait, who lives in that's it, Mabel. You live next to Amberlynn Reed then. Oh, damn. How y'all doing up there in Kentucky, hey? Did you see Amber Lane in Kentucky, in Lexington, Kentucky? Oh my gosh. Listen, it's crazy. Mabel, you need to do what do you call it? Video bomb, photo bomb Amber Lane Reid, you know? When you see a guy in a Target, you know, when you see Becca driving her down to Target, if you see her in Target, make sure you go, hey Amber, I know who you are, I'm your biggest fan. I like your style and accent. I don't know, man. I do my best. I don't have work until the 4th neither, man. Oh yes. So what? Luck and Starfish. Are you in the UK as well, man? Are you in the UK, bro? Let me know, bro. That's hella awesome if you're in the UK, bro. I'm actually worried about your health. Your blood levels will skyrocket. This show Justified is based in Kentucky. Oh god. I should ask her for. You listen. Yes, you should. You should ask her for a what do you call it, for a picture. Oh, Luck and Style. You in Texas? Where in Texas? Is that Houston, Texas, or is that what's the other place in Texas? You got Houston. You've got Houston. What's the other? I see Austin. Is it Austin, Texas, or is it Dallas? Dallas, home of the Cowboys. Is Dallas? Yeah, it's Dallas Cowboys, isn't it? Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, it's Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, what am I talking about? But hey, we're in for one hell of a road. This video's gonna be long, so I hope everyone's got their snacks, everyone's got their drinks, and ready to go. Hey, I'm from Newfoundland. What's Newfoundland? I've never heard that before. Dallas, Austin, and El Paso. Oh, El Paso, Texas. Yes, El Paso. I used to be in Austin, and now I'm in I'm in one of the much smaller towns. Okay, interesting. Don't tell us where though. People will come and find you. Fairfax, you're Canadian. Oh, you're Canadian. It's not even one horse town. It's a moose town. Wow. Okay. Newfoundland is in CA, so that's California, right? Okay. Got my soup. Yes, Sydney's got her soup ready. I'm camera. I'm from California. 3 hours from Los Angeles. Yeah, she's from California. 3 hours from Los Angeles. 3 hours. Okay, Los Angeles. Okay. Megan Guerrero. Viva Marasa. Hey, R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hey, Maddie, I finally caught her live. Of course you did. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The way you pronounce Newfoundland, it's in Canada. Oh, my bad. Okay. Joint is ready. Let's go. That's it. From Guatemala? What? Melanie's from Guatemala? We got Guatemala in the building? Ontario, Canada. Okay, Dylan is in the building. What's going on, Dylan? Patricia's in the building, all the way from Calais, CA. I've been to London once, lost my plush dough in there. Oh God. Okay, let's not mess about. Okay, sounds more like Newfoundland. Okay, cool. All right, okay, let's go. We've been here, people are here now. Let's go. Alberta, Canada. Wow, Alberta, Canada. Let's get it going.
One day, I found Tess Holliday, and Tess Holliday looked amazing to me. People like her are really.
Hey, really Georgia, from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
I want to be like her. The way she loves herself and her body and doesn't care what anyone says about it. She inspires me, she motivates me.
She had like all this makeup done and her hair was pretty and, you know, like she looked so glamorous. I wanted to be like Tess Holliday.
She's stunning. I give her that. She's a stunning girl. Alberta here too. Wow.
The health at every size movement.
Michigan. How you doing? Michigan in the building.
Long time, but has exploded in popularity over the last few years, with more and more social media posts such as these every day. It's not the fat that kills us, it's the fat hatred. Health status is not defined by weight, so weight loss programs are about aesthetics. Your weight is not the problem, food is not the problem, diet culture is the problem.
Agreed.
I don't have an eating problem, I have a fat phobia problem. Or my personal favorite, BMI is government propaganda.
Eee.
At the most extreme end, health at every size supporters and fat activists argue that obesity is not dangerous and that bodies naturally come in all shapes and sizes, all the way up to 600 pounds, or what would be called infini-fat according to them. Some even call the obesity epidemic a myth. They say it doesn't kill people or cause disease.
We hear in the news all the time about an obesity epidemic and how people are dying of obesity. And what we see is that it's just not true.
According to them, the diseases we often attribute to obesity, such as diabetes and hypertension, are the result of weight stigma, the psychological pressure of living in a society that mistreats fat people, and not due to the excess weight itself. Many Hayes supporters go as far as to say that the war on obesity is a form of eugenics, and gastric bypass is, quote, voluntary amputation. And they are campaigning to have the word stricken from the medical literature and classified as hate speech. At this point, you might be saying to yourself, how is it possible that something so preposterous has become almost mainstream? And surprisingly, the answer seems to be Tess Holliday. Today, we'll be discussing Tess Holliday, the biggest and most dangerous lie of health at every size, namely...
You know, Megan has said Tess is only successful because she has a pretty face. If she looked like every other extremely mobility obese person, she would have been ignored. That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Very fair point. The whole thing is F your beauty standards and get injections, wear hella makeup. There we go. There we go. I mean, from what I've seen from Tess, she's definitely the fabrication of someone that is plus size and likes to hide behind the makeup and, you know, give the persona that they're comfortable, and really and truly they have a dark feeling underneath that. Oh, underneath all that makeup, they really just don't like themselves and they want to do better, but unable to find the motivation to do it. So instead, she's someone that likes to exploit that, you know, similar to Foodie Booty, you know, someone that likes to exploit and likes to encourage others to do the same, you know. And one thing that I've always disliked about the community of obviously, you know, being body positive and being XYZ is that, yes, you know what, it's nice to have people influencing themselves on social media saying, you know, be proud of what you are, be proud of the way you look like. I'm all for it. But at the same time though, when you're encouraging teenage girls to follow your lead, but you're not telling them about the health risks that comes with being a plus size person, that's a problem. Same as people who are anorexic too, you know. I feel like if you're gonna choose a lifestyle where you're an influencer based on the fact that you are plus size or even anorexic, make sure you tell the people that are following you the side effects of what could happen if they continue in that journey in terms of their health. Because at the end of the day, you might have got to that stage in your life where you're more than happy to stay big or to stay anorexic, okay, because you haven't got the oomph to actually improve your health. You haven't got the willpower to improve your health. So therefore you want to take everyone down with you. That's not fair. Say, listen, I'm big. I'm happy with it because you know what? I can't be bothered to lose weight, so I'm going to accept it, wear the layers of makeup. But to be honest with you, I know I'm damaging my body inside and I know eventually I'm going to need some form of surgery. And they don't do this. They don't educate the viewers in this, you know. And you know the viewers are predominantly going to be young women. Hence the reason why I am not a fan of Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is someone who's a very young lady who's had so much plastic surgery, and it's irritating because all of her fan base is very, very young girls. And all of them nowadays, especially in the UK, I don't know about the States, don't know about Canada, don't know about the rest of the world, but in the UK, a lot of young girls at the age of 16 are getting Botox. Why? Because they follow Kylie Jenner, because she is their, you know, their influencer, you know. They're getting lip fillers at the age of 16. Why? Because of Kylie Jenner. They're thinking about doing things to their bottom, doing things to their chest by the time they get to 18. Listen, I'm seeing mums in the UK buying their girls has a gift for their birthday or Christmas, what's called a consultation at the doctor's to get a boob job at the age of 16 plus. It's like, why? Because Kylie Jenner is their role model. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is the problem. Is she educating them on the complications of what could go wrong if they get these things and it doesn't go the way it needs to go? And this is the problem with some influencers. They think about themselves, but they don't think about the people that they're influencing, because all they care about is making that money. Listen, Kylie Jenner isn't a billionaire for no freaking reason. Apart from her being a Jenner and apart from her being a Kardashian, not all Kardashians are billionaires, but she's a billionaire for a specific reason, because she targets an audience that is very, very fragile. And to be honest with you, most of the girls that do follow her are amazing looking naturally anyway, but they feel insecure because Kylie decided to say, hey guys, I'm insecure, I don't like my mouth, I don't like my nose, so yeah. Either way, people, it's the same representation here with this young lady herself in particular. What's her name? Tess Holliday. So I can relate to both. And it's important that I relate to both of them, because therefore we can make this conversation not just about, you know, Tess Holliday and it's all about weight, you know what I mean? Because I really want to target obviously other people who are also, I also want to target other people who are also, you know, influencing people without giving them informative information about the pros and cons of what could happen to them, if you dig what I'm saying. Anyway, with that being said, how you doing? Hey, what did I miss, handsome? Hey, listen, calm down. I'm an average guy. It's the hate they give people, grief for losing weight, that gets me. If you want to stay fat, whatever, and don't hate people for bettering them. Listen, 100%. That's another thing as well. That is another thing, you know. Tess is notorious for turning on her supporters once they lose any kind of weight, even the ones facing major health concerns. She really gets nasty towards them and then block them. Wow, that is disgusting. That is revolting. What's going on, Kieran? Welcome to the stream, Kieran, man. How you doing, bro? I hope you're good. I hope you're doing well. Korea has a high standard for everything, especially beauty. I think it would have been hard to be not the standard of beauty here. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Right. I mean, boy, I hope you never go Korea. I want to go Korea, but boy, I just did a 6-mile jog. Need to stretch. Hey, enjoy your stretches, man. It's important to stretch. Let's go.
That morbid obesity can be considered healthy, and the research or lack thereof that's used to support these claims. I hope you guys enjoyed my double intro. This video actually started off as a way more casual video, but the more I read and the more I saw, the more I was like, nope, I'm gonna drop everything and make this gigantic video about Tess Holliday and health at every size. I've labeled everything with timestamps, so if you want to hop around or rewatch stuff, it should be pretty easy to do so. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff today, but before we do, I should say a few disclaimers up front. Throughout this video, I'm going to be using the terms fat activist.
You should look up what people were saying about Lizzo recently. People are mad at her for doing a smoothie juice cleanse for a week or something. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. You know, I'm gonna look up Lizzo because I know I made a video where I made a comment and I got it incredibly incorrect. So I'll definitely look into Lizzo, you know, because if I can, I'll try and make a video on herself in particular as well, you know, because yeah, man, these things need to be done. These things need to be done. Or unless a video's already been made about her and I can react to it, which will be easier for me. Makes my life easy. What can I say? Lazy mentality, hey? Juice cleanses are terrible for you. I know nothing about juice cleanses. I've never actually done a juice cleanse. So, yeah, I can't say much about that. But yeah, let's go.
Health at every size supporter and body positivity person to mean the same thing. There
That
is a
goth
distinction between these
is
groups,
here. What's
and they're
going on?
not all, you know, harmful. But that line is very blurry online, so I'm going to be using them interchangeably during the video. I also want to say that there are definitely people practicing health at every size a lot more reasonably than the depiction you're about to see here. I went into this video thinking that Hayes was going to be a lot more reasonable than I've seen it portrayed by the extremists online, but I actually ended up leaving it thinking that it was even more harmful than I thought, and you guys are going to see why today. All right, let's get started. Tess Holliday made waves in 2015 as the first size 22 model to be signed to a major agency.
You know, it's something I wanted to do my whole life, and everyone always told me I would never be able to do it. They laughed at me, they made fun of me, and I don't know if it was like delusion, but I just was like, I'm gonna try.
Since then, she's been called the world's biggest supermodel, worked with big brands like H&M and Benefit Cosmetics, and named one of the most influential people on the internet by Time magazine. And by 2018, she had already landed the now infamous cover of Cosmo UK.
Did you see the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine that was widely criticized because they had a morbidly obese woman on?
Many people say they love the body positive move made by Cosmo UK. Others say Tess Holliday is an unhealthy representation.
Facts.
You are celebrating morbid obesity.
I am not
Man like Piers Morgan. Jesus. Sorry, man. Piers Morgan, you know, he's one of those guys, you're either going to love him or you're going to hate him, you know. He has moments where I just don't like him, but there's moments I'm like, you know what? Speak up. Sorry. I get excited because when Piers Morgan is so relentless, he doesn't care. He'll say it as it is, man. I love it. Sorry. Let me go. Go and take the show, Piers. Let me go back a little bit, though. Let me get that right. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. How you doing, expert? Yes, Piers is so funny. Let's go, Piers. Rip in. Let's go. Tell him how it is, Piers.
You are celebrating morbid obesity.
I am not celebrating
That's what you're
morbid
doing.
obesity. This cover, this is one cover which has a larger lady on the cover in a sea, in a world, in a culture which has venerated, since I can remember, thinness.
Seeing someone like me on the cover of like a glossy magazine shouldn't be top news.
They're hailing her as brave. I mean, what's brave about, you know, eating ice cream?
She's literally morbidly obese.
Yo, that's savage. Why did he have to say that? Oh, that caught me off guard. Hey, yo, chill. I shouldn't be laughing, but boy, that took me off guard. That caught me off guard. Not took me off guard. Whatever. Shut up. Let's go. Okay, cool.
She's fucking dying. She's addicted to food in a horrible way. And to promote that and pretend that somehow or another this is okay.
Clearly, there were some mixed reactions. Some people saw Tess's cover as a special moment for body positivity, while others went as far as to say it was glorifying obesity. The term glorifying obesity is thrown around a lot these days, and not always appropriately. When 1/3 of Ashley Graham was featured on the cover of Vogue, glorifying obesity. When Nike rolled out a plus-size mannequin so fat people could exercise, glorifying obesity. When Mattel offered up a curvy Barbie, size 8, US medium, glorifying obesity. Every plus-size girl dancing around on TikTok, glorifying obesity. As you can see, there is quite the range here. And there is a distinction between being fat and living your life and pretending that obesity is no big deal. Except that in Tess' case, it kind of actually was glorifying obesity for real this time. At 5'5" and over 300 pounds, Tess Holliday is by far the biggest model to have ever graced the cover of a major magazine.
I've thought about this a lot, and I don't know that it's fair to say that Tess's cover is problematic in of itself. After all, having a particularly admirable or healthy lifestyle hasn't exactly ever been a prerequisite to be a model or celebrity. And in many ways, if you think about it, unhealthy lifestyles have been glamorized forever at this point. Now, is that a good thing? No, none of this is good. But I think to be disproportionately offended because an obese woman is on the cover of a magazine is, I think, unfair.
And actually, Tess had already been on the cover of People magazine in 2015, which by readership is 5 times larger than Cosmo UK, without nearly the same level of controversy. The difference in outrage seems to stem from the fact that Cosmo felt the need to devote an entire page to declaring that Tess was strong, fit, and 300 pounds. And most of the discussion revolved around her excellent health and workout regime, as opposed to her fight for body
I'm sorry, but her arms are just something else, man. Those arms are big, you know. Those arms, listen, like, I think her arms are bigger than my legs. I mean, I've got good size, decent legs, you know what I'm saying? Like, those arms though, and she's so tiny as well. Nah, this girl's she's no. I don't know. She's 5'5". That's all I know. She's 5'5". In centimeters, are you gonna have to Google what 5'5" is in centimeters? Yo, damn.
Sensitivity and self-love.
I know we've been putting this off for a little bit, and now it's time to talk.
My goals are just to feel better and be stronger, and also show people that fat girls work out.
Showing people that fat girls work out is a big thing for Tess. She chose a famous personal trainer. They both made announcements about it on their Instagram accounts. They shot multiple videos while they were together, and they even shot that People TV segment in just the few short months that they were working together. Now, Tess has a running sponsorship with Fabletics, and since that time, I haven't seen any videos of her working out. So I guess the photo shoots in athletic clothes are meeting her quota for showing people that fat girls work out, because she has totally stopped with that. All in all, it just feels very contrived to me. I feel like it's one thing for Tess Holliday to be on the cover of a magazine for any reason, because she validates plus size women, because she's popular, because you want to be controversial to sell more magazines, whatever. But something completely different when Cosmo takes a stand to validate Tess's delusion that she's healthy to millions of people, and then goes as far as to shove it down our throats with 3 pages about her workout regime, as opposed to making the article literally about anything else.
The problem with this is, Cosmo just put mainstream media's stamp of approval on one of the most heinous lies of health at every size. The preposterous untruth that morbid obesity can be considered healthy.
What about your own health test? Do you ever, because we had a report very recently in this country saying it's a myth that you can be very overweight, obese, and be healthy. So do you worry about your weight? You've got young children. Do you worry about your health?
Look, I would not go through having kids and what it does to your body to not be around for them. You know what I mean? I know that I'm healthy.
Being a healthy, extremely obese person is an oxymoron. Point.
What? Let me hear that again.
Body to not be around for them. You know what I mean? I know that I'm healthy.
About your weight, you've got young children. Do you worry about your health?
Look, I would not go through having kids and what it does to your body to not be around for them. You know what I mean? I know that I'm healthy.
Being a healthy,
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I mean, listen. I mean, I wouldn't have kids if I... What? Oh, dearie me. Wow, okay, I'm just gonna keep it moving. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Okay, let's go.
Extremely obese person is an oxymoron, point blank. And it is extremely dangerous to suggest otherwise on talk shows and the front of magazines. So this was a caption from one of...
The thing is, the biggest problem is that this is a woman who is not even just obese, she's morbidly obese, okay? So she's gone past the stage of obese. And these magazines, these brands are glorifying her. They are helping her they're helping her to her near death. That's ridiculous. Her partner is helping her to her near death. It's ridiculous. And most importantly as well, she's getting paid to die early. Just process that. She's getting paid. She's getting sponsored to kill herself. I don't know what's worse, that or the electric chair. I don't know what's worse, that or getting your head chopped off. I don't know what's worse, that or getting hung. I don't know what's worse, that or being stabbed 1,000,000 times all in the same time. I don't know what's worse, that or Superman giving you his laser eyes to your body. What? No, I do know what's worse. That is worse because that means it's a slow process of her going to her death. A slow process of then getting to that stage where she's gonna feel the pain from the disease that she's gonna get, from the illnesses that she's gonna get, having to then eventually sit on that hospital bed and not be able to move. The fact that one day they're gonna have to come in and pretty much just pick her up, about 10 men at the same time just to get her to hospital. That is worse than any one of those things. Wow. I mean, there's a show called 1,000 Ways to Die, I believe. I think it is. I don't think it exists anymore. It was something like that. I've never seen it in my life, but I'm pretty sure one of those ways wouldn't have been, let's pay someone to die. Wow. And we talk about corruption. Jesus Christ. That's the biggest corruption of them all. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous to argue that morbidly obese is in any way healthy. It just isn't. It isn't. I work in a funeral home. The amount of 6-year-old cases we have due to obesity is truly unreal. It's sad that families are left so devastated. Exactly. At this point, she had no choice but to stay huge. Once she gets healthy, she loses the controversy her career is now built on. Facts, Megan. Facts. Oh, another live. Hi from New York. What's going on? Yes, another live. She's deluded. She needs to realize that she could die if nothing changes. 100%. Alyssa, what's going on, Alyssa? Alyssa explains it. Oh, what's going on? If she doesn't have any health problems, then she doesn't have any health problems. She's having them and lying. There you go. Not just death, but all for quality of life. And you know what the worst thing is? Whilst they are, you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna go deep in this one. I'm gonna get a bit political in this one. Okay, and I've got to say it. You know, I believe in population control. I generally believe in population control. Now, let's just say hypothetically speaking, okay? The population control in this situation is, okay, let's recruit an amazing looking morbidly obese woman, okay? Let's give her sponsors. Let's put it on all the TV channels worldwide, okay? And let's put on these magazines where a lot of people read them, okay? And also we'll make sure that her numbers on social media are up and going. Because if she does that one thing where she's inspiring people to be morbidly obese, that means she's inspiring more people to die. So she's paid to basically create a cult of followers to eat with her, to be big with her, to eventually go to their death. Which means that's more hospital bills for some people if you're from the States and you don't have life insurance or insurance that you need. Listen, your family's gonna have to pay bills upon bills while you're in the hospital, on that hospital bed. You know, in the UK, you know, people are gonna have to spend that expensive money on those funerals. You know what I mean? And the homes. That is money being taken away right now. This is a population control. I'm telling you now, she's being used. I don't know about population control, but there's money and greed. If people are sick and obese more, listen. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, listen, she could be a pawn in the game. She could easily be a pawn in the game, and she's just so oblivious to realize it. And just like Megan said already, she's now got a controversy around her name. That's where her money is coming from. She's probably not going to quit unless she saved the money and she doesn't have to, use this anymore. Yep, it is more about food industries, Madsey. Listen, I'm telling you, food industries is that. So you got a point there. Food industries, they profit from more people buying in their food. Why? Because they want to be like Tess Holliday. Yes. I mean, it's not like Tess is going to pay for them to go on holiday, is it now? Oh my gosh. What Tess is doing is criminal. She should be held accountable. Listen, it's not even just Tess who should be held accountable. It's everyone a part of that, okay? That's true. Everything is marketing. I'm telling you. Herself and her team and all these people that have encouraged it. But you know what the thing that was mad? The woman on Good Morning Britain, right, who was defending her, who was saying, who was defending why they have her on this cover, the cause cover, right? Was she obese though? The woman defending her own book, the Cosmopolitan book, was she obese though? No, she was fit, completely in shape. But yeah, it's okay. We're trying to push body positivity. You're not even obese yourself. Get out of here, man. It's not like she knows what it feels like to be big. But yeah, she's like, no, we wanted to put it in there. You know what, listen, 100% push body positivity. I have nothing against body positivity. But listen, if you're not going to bring in the facts of health behind it, don't push it. Leave me alone. It's an unhealthy herd mindset. 100%. The women defending her is profiting from using her. Facts. Let's go, man. Let's go. Wow, no, let's just go.
This Instagram post, which has since been removed but was cataloged on a website. To say and actually believe things like, if you're fat, you're automatically unhealthy, is wildly inaccurate. You can absolutely be overweight and be healthy. I know, because I am not, in fact, over 7 feet tall to balance out my weight. So according to my BMI, I'm obese, which is hilarious to me. Not because I think being unhealthy is funny, but because I'm healthy. Extremely so, in fact. I'm able to keep up with my children perfectly. So Tess is saying...
I'm able to keep up with my children perfectly. I have a question for you, Tess. A very important question for you, Tess, because, you know, I work with children. I've been working with children for a very long time. And I can tell you this now, in today's society, right? Children don't go out and do anything. Do you know why? Because children are always in the house. Do you know why? Because they're playing with their gadgets. And I know you got money and I know you're going to be playing gadgets with your kids. So when you say you can keep up with your children, do you mean physically in the real world, in reality? Or do you mean you can keep up to them when you're holding the PlayStation pad and you're playing a little game with them? Because there's a big difference, right, Tess? Just know this. About you can keep up with your children. Don't lie to me. Probably your husband can, but you can't. Don't lie to us. I'm healthy. If you was healthy, why would you have a problem with your fans, supporters losing weight? Just saying, let's keep it going.
A lot in that statement. First off, most notable being that she's not obese. You don't really just get to opt out.
Yes, Krista's got it right. Childhood obesity is skyrocketing 100%. It is, you know. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this now. I haven't looked into it. I'm just guessing. I'm disclaimer. I'm just guessing this, all right? But I can guarantee you, if we look into the statistics of what's happening in the world right now, I guarantee you that 1, child obesity is growing, and 2, teenage plastic surgery is growing. Because by the time girls are 16, 18, by the time they get to 20, or so many girls, they've done all of this up. And listen, I'm not against it necessarily, but why are you doing it at such a young age? Wait until your body's fully developed before you try and tamper with your chest or your butt or your face. Do you know what I mean? Wait until you're fully developed. Come on, you know? I'm not against it. Listen, I don't mind a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? If you got to do what you got to do to keep it fresh, listen, I ain't complaining. But doing it at an age when you don't need it to be done, get out of here, man. If I offended you guys, I meant to offend you. Being overweight is sometimes, though, as long as you're staying active. Listen, it's okay. Listen, Ella Rose, being overweight is okay. Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta understand, yes, you can stay active, but how long can you stay active for? Just saying. Salvin Girl says, just like my 600 Life shows, all the problems of obesity, the show is the flip side. Hey. I know your blood pressure was going to skyrocket. Listen, Otis, leave me alone. Don't bully me.
Obese. Unless, you know, there's an issue with BMI and you're not meant to be in that category, which would not apply to this level of obesity. Or you go and have your fat scanned and you find out that you're actually carrying 200 pounds of muscle. Being able to do essential life tasks, such as watching after your children.
Wait, hold on a minute. So Fernandez says veg, fruits and eggs, you can find them cheap. Yes, you can. I mean, in the UK, you can. Do you know what? I was having this conversation today with one of my friends, right? And they were asking me about why am I, you know, obviously the fact that I'm a vegan, you know, what's it like being a vegan? Is it more expensive and things like that? I said to them, to be honest with you, being a vegan is not expensive at all. Even being when I was a pescatarian, it wasn't expensive, but of course fish can cost, so it made it slightly expensive, you know, but I didn't have fish that often, right? So I'm just going to put it out there, guys. I believe that it is a complete myth that being a vegan or a vegetarian is expensive. I believe it's cheaper than actually being someone that eats meat. Why? Because, you know, I found that when I was eating meat, I would have to be buying meat every single week. Meat now, depending on whether you're buying in the UK, chicken, let's say a good piece of chicken, maybe arguably 2 chicken breasts, maybe about £4, okay? Maybe a good one, but about £4, okay? Then on the steak's about £6, depending on what quality you buy, you know what I mean? And then obviously you got other fish, you got other things like bacon as well, which is about 2 to 3 pounds, and it all adds up. Now, obviously, since I've been a vegan, I don't touch the meats. Now, unless I'm buying processed vegan foods, okay, like the Beyond Burgers and all that kind of stuff, of course, that stuff can add it up and make it just as expensive as food shopping. But if you're someone that's a vegan person, but you make your food raw, like I generally would do, and you use things like black beans, red kidney beans, chickpeas, etc., technically your shopping will be cheaper. Now, the day you go and buy all these things, the shopping will look expensive to begin with, but you have to remember, because you've stocked up on these things are going to last you throughout the whole month, depending on the size of your household. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, I might have one big spend in that month, but then the rest of the month is all just fruit and veg, which that balances it out. But if I'm buying chicken and meat or whatever the whole week, every week per month, it's stocking up. Listen, end of the day, when it comes to bills, when it comes to money, I know my stuff. I know how to balance myself when it comes to time consuming, and how to balance myself when it comes to obviously finances. And I can say from my experiences, what I've done, it's cheaper being a vegan, cheaper being a vegetarian than it is being someone that eats meat. I would say it's cheaper being a pescatarian, but that depends on how often you want to buy fish. And if you're buying fish quite often, then it doesn't make a difference, to be honest with you, because, well, I mean, I say that because I love salmon. Salmon is expensive, so yeah. Anyway, let's continue going. I just wanted to put that out there because you guys are talking about here. Veganism can work to lose weight, but I never recommend it because meat is so much easier to cook than vegan whole foods. Dear, I think I save money from being I'm telling you, you know, but yeah, but like I said, obviously for where I am, it works for me. It works for me in the UK, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Or stand on your feet all day to do your job does not prove that you are extremely healthy. Now, there's enough data to suggest that you can indeed be overweight and be healthy. But to be fair, there is also data suggesting that no, people are healthiest within the normal BMI range, and beyond that, you're less healthy. You can make a compelling argument with the data that's out there for either one. But that is not what we are talking about here. There are no doctors that I've seen arguing that you can be this obese and be healthy. This is the equivalent of someone who's like a high-functioning alcoholic or a chain smoker saying that because they don't have any issues right now, because they don't have a disease right now, that they're healthy. Well, no, you have an addiction. And by Cosmo validating this by acting like, oh, you know, Tess, she lives a healthy lifestyle, she's just big, it plays into the health at every size narrative that you can be this big and it's not suggestive of you living an unhealthy lifestyle or having a problem with food. You know, you're just born that way, you're just built like that. And unfortunately, Cosmo is not the only one validating Tess's delusions to millions of people. There seems to be this budding corporate trend of discussing health as if it just involves declaring, I am healthy, as opposed to being defined by actively living a healthy lifestyle and not engaging in destructive behavior.
Prior to this cover, Tess was actually featured on the front of Self, an actual health magazine, or at least it was a health magazine. I don't know what you...
I'm not gonna lie to you though, man. I just gotta put it out here, man. Listen, you know what? Listen, I mean, Tess doesn't even have a good shape organically, man. I mean, yeah, just whatever.
Today. And Health magazine has featured many fat activists as of late, including Virgie Tovar, which, if you've seen my video on her, you'll know her definition of health.
Yeah. This lady right here. Yeah, listen, this is going to be one of the next videos we're doing because we're going to cover the majority of the videos on this channel anyway. But yeah, we're going to target this woman. I've done a video on her before. Yeah, we're going to do this one again.
Is a little out there.
Actually, Virgie recently also said, there is no such thing as individual health. So
no, Ramona, you're not too late.
In the land of body positivity, health is so subjective that it basically doesn't even exist. And the corporate world is so desperate to cash in on people's insecurities that they're willing to put feelings over facts and people's health at risk in order to pander. In my opinion, though, one of the most empowering discoveries over the last however many years is just how big of an impact our decisions, our actions can have on our what's called our health span, which is essentially the amount of years we live in our lives in good health, free from the chronic diseases that come with aging. And is that not extremely encouraging to the general public? Why would we ever downplay that to any degree at all? This is, as far as I can tell, the definition of glorifying obesity, obscuring the truest reality of the disease of obesity and pretending that it is somehow not a big deal. And although this hypothesis is still unsupported by current research, moments like these are huge for movements like Health in Every Size.
And why many of Tess's obese followers believe that Tess is healthy, and therefore they're healthy too. It's also why people suddenly feel confident saying things like this.
Can this person go back to school, please? Or go do some research and not be a fucking idiot? Fat does not equal unhealthy. Get your info straight before you hop on the internet and be an idiot.
Now, fat might not equal unhealthy, but
What a shame.
being very
So
obese
beautiful.
certainly does. So before we discuss the science that fat activists use to support their claims, let's talk a little bit about the cold, hard, and unglamorous reality of obesity.
The inconvenient truth in this instance is that at 5'3" and over 300 pounds, Tess Holliday has a BMI of at least 49 and would be considered to have the most extreme form of obesity. Class 3, formerly known as morbidly obese. At this size, Tess is at risk for over 200 different diseases.
Wow.
And much to the chagrin of the politically correct, obesity itself is classified as a disease because it is not only an underpinning of major chronic diseases, but a serious debilitating condition in its own right.
So how is obesity a debilitating condition in its own right? Two of the biggest reasons for this are 1, dangerous visceral fat, and 2, mechanical issues stemming from extra weight. Also, you guys totally lucked out because I was planning on showing you these like really, really gross anatomy
That's a
videos.
fair point. Fat doesn't make you unhealthy. Obese does make you high risk though. That's a fair point. I can go with that one. It's not a bad point there, Angel Eyes. It's not a bad point at all, to be honest with you. I can go with that. Sam Van Dam says, I've heard she lies about her eyes. Wow. I mean, about her size, sorry. Interesting.
Videos of visceral fat, but I found out it's against the community guidelines. So if you want to see them, you can look them up. They're on YouTube. They're super gross though, so be warned.
Visceral fat is commonly referred to as belly fat, but specifically refers to the fat wrapped around your internal organs. We all have and need visceral fat, but too much visceral fat leaks excess hormones and inflammatory molecules into your bloodstream, putting your body into a chronic inflammatory state, which results in DNA damage and majorly ups your risk for a ton of different diseases and cancers. Mechanical issues. The most obvious and observable reason that obesity is horrendous for your body is simple. All that extra body weight is heavy. Our bodies were not designed to carry an excess 100, 200, 300 pounds. And lugging this weight around has serious and unavoidable consequences. Extra weight wears down the cartilage in the knees and joints prematurely. The damage increases exponentially as weight is gained because your joints not only have to deal with the extra pressure, but the increase of force during movement. According to Harvard Medical School, when you walk across level ground, the force on your knees is the equivalent of 1.5 times your body weight. That means Tess, at 300 plus pounds, is putting 450 pounds of pressure on her knees with each step, while someone at 150 pounds is only putting about 200.
Wild Rose, definitely not. I listen, I can't be doing autopsy. I don't know if you guys saw the reaction that I did earlier today. It's the most recent reaction that I did, okay, on the lady that was at 5'15", okay. Watch that video and you see this part where they do kind of like go in and show us how they done the surgery. Oh god, I just couldn't look. I couldn't look at all. How you doing, Joanne? How you doing? Hope you've had a good day today.
25 pounds of pressure per step. This is why it's very dangerous for very obese people to exercise.
At some point in time, if she keeps up this type of training, Tess Holliday will most likely suffer an injury to her ankle, her lower back, or her knees.
As you continue to go up in weight, that pressure just continues to compound. Every minute you spend at that size, you're needlessly harming your body. This alone for me is enough to declare health at every size a myth.
Yeah, I can't do
go on
it.
forever about the consequences of obesity, but there are decades of research and proof to support this already. It is very obvious that your weight may indeed disqualify you from the healthy category. Anyway, now that we've gone over that, let's get back to Tess and how she became the gateway drug to health at every size.
Many plus-size women have felt held back or defined by society's often unfair depictions of bigger women.
Billy? Billy! Billy! Daddy!
So while it may seem that Tess Holliday is famous in spite of her weight, in reality she's become so successful because of her weight. As far as famous plus-size models go, Ashley Graham came before her, but Ashley Graham still looks exactly like a typical model. With the classic 0.7
Ashley Graham, yeah.
waist to hip ratio, a big butt and boobs, and no visible lumps with smooth, shiny, tight skin. Basically, her body still looks like a typical model's body. Even with Cosmo's best efforts, however, Tess's body doesn't. Tess is lumpy. Tess has a lot of cellulite. She has back fat, underarm flaps, and ample body rolls. Tess, in some ways, then, is more like the average plus-size woman than any other cover model to come before her.
It's just amazing to have a role model like Tess and actually see someone who actually looks like me, owning their sexiness and owning their curves and being someone that I can actually relate to in the mainstream media.
And this common ground makes her incredibly influential.
Why hate yourself and why...
What? Ashley Graham can be my baby daddy. What? Huh? What? Yo, what? Okay.
yourself
I'm worried about you,
having
Sam Van
the
Dam.
most beautiful
Sam
life possible because
Van
you happen to be
Dam.
fat, or you happen to be a different color, or you happen to be whatever's holding you back. Like, life's too fucking short for that shit.
These women see Tess being celebrated for her beauty and think, I can be beautiful too. The F Your Beauty Standards hashtag she started has grown to over 4.5 million reposts of women declaring that they find themselves beautiful.
Yo, Ashley and Baddie, the emoji got me. The emoji got me. Ashley and Baddie and then the dribble. I didn't see that one coming. That was funny. Oh my god, RVD. Of course, come on. SVD. Sam Van Dam. Anyway, let's just keep it going. Sorry, that caught me off guard. That caught me off guard.
Regardless of what you or society thinks. And they're looking to Tess for inspiration and as a role model, even going as far as to idolize her in some instances.
When I was in high school and I got an Instagram, one of the very first people I followed was the great Tess Holliday.
People like Tess Holliday give me
Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Learning to be... I still need to make the video of this girl. I really do. But okay, I just want you to listen, guys. So this girl here is Alex. She has a YouTube page called Learning to Be Fearless. Look at her right now in this clip. Then go to her most recent video and look at her now. Telling you now, she is legit the original Amberlynn Reid. But anyway, let's keep it going.
Confidence.
I had never seen someone who looked like me at the time, who had the same kind of body as me, rocking it. Honestly, like I had not seen that before.
And she showed me how to love my body. She showed me how to love every curve, every lump, every bump, and just to be happy in the body that I'm in.
Yeah, she is like an icon, a pioneer of plus size.
I'm very proud of her. I don't know her or anything like that, but I feel like I do because I can relate to her so strongly.
I still
Of course you can.
People's magazine from whenever she was on the cover. That was a historic moment for me. I kept it and I've saved it all these years.
I had never felt so excited and so accepted.
This emotional connection to Tess on such a sensitive and personal topic means that these women are very receptive to things that Tess has to say, which would be all fine and well if Tess limited the conversation to beauty standards and body positivity, but as we've seen, she just doesn't.
I always mention my success, but then it would always be followed with, well, she's unhealthy or this, so, which I'm not.
She's constantly reaffirming to everyone that she's healthy, and anyone who says otherwise is just fat phobic. So when these women come to Tess seeking inspiration and to feel more body positive, they're also receiving a dose of health at every size.
Yeah, 100%. Just because you can relate to someone doesn't mean they are healthy. Absolute facts right there. 100%.
At the same time. Because of this, Tess Holliday, as the most famous body positive influencer, as well as other BOPO influencers, have become the gateway drug to health at every size. Where you go looking for one, you often find the other. Now, to really understand what I mean by this, it's important to take a look back at the origins of health at every size and how we got here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Linda Bacon, and I'm devoted to creating a global transformation that focuses on body respect, not the war on weight.
HAES has been around for many years, but became more popular following the 2008 publishing of a book of the same name by Dr. Lindo Bacon, formerly Linda, who you were just introduced to. When I first started researching health at every size for this video, I was actually surprised at how reasonable some of the ideas were.
Health at every size is a movement that is basically
her eyes are so in your face.
Health behaviors and to forget about weight as a goal or weight change as a goal, and instead just embrace the bodies that we're living in and make good health choices to support them.
Doesn't sound so bad, right? I wholeheartedly agree that forgetting about the number on the scale and just focusing on the behaviors that lead to good health is not only the best way to get healthy, but ironically probably the best way to lose weight as well. And honestly, there are many other reasonable and important ideas in this book that I think could be helpful for people, such as the need to practice self-acceptance at any size, the need to end weight stigma in healthcare, and the fact that crash diets, even if they do lead to weight loss, are not healthy or sustainable. If this was all the movement was pushing, it would be a good thing. But and it's a big but. Unfortunately, these ideas are overshadowed with the need to push that fat or obesity is not unhealthy in any way, shape, or form. And what's particularly harmful about this is that it's done in a way that suggests that this is the truth according to science.
Okay, so we don't have evidence that fat is the killer it's made out to be, you may be thinking, but it clearly causes disease. Does it? Suspend your preconceptions and a very different picture emerges. One where it's the machinery of weight stigma that needs dismantling.
Some of these scientific truths, according to HAES, are your body size is almost 100% genetically determined and not at all under your control. weight loss is scientifically impossible, and quote, those who do succeed are statistical anomalies whose habits are akin to eating disorder behavior and extreme amounts of exercise. There are no health benefits to losing weight anyway. In fact, it might be harmful to your health. Excess body fat does not affect your health. And of course, diets don't work, with no nuance applied to suggest that a lifestyle change does work. Health at Every Size literally claims that obesity isn't unhealthy, and even if it was, weight loss is impossible. So we should all just stop trying.
The best way to win the war against fat is to give up the fight.
Before we continue, for anyone watching this thinking, weight loss is scientifically impossible, and quote, those who do succeed are statistical anomalies whose habits are akin to eating disorder behavior and extreme amounts of exercise. There are no health benefits to losing weight anyway. In fact, it might be harmful to your health. Excess body fat does not affect your health. And of course, diets don't work, with no nuance applied to suggest that a lifestyle change does work. Health at Every Size literally claims that obesity isn't unhealthy, and even if it was, weight loss is impossible. So we should all just stop trying.
The best way to win the war against fat is to give up the fight.
Before we continue, for anyone watching this,
I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm okay. I'm just too hot. I just thought, okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Okay.
Thinking, no, you have healthy size all wrong. It is not about pushing that fat or obesity is not unhealthy. According to many websites and Health at Every Size practitioners, the issues that I mentioned with Hayes are misconceptions. They are ideas that have
legit. That woman needs to be sued. What? I can't continue. I just can't continue. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling here. I just don't understand. Why has she got to put that woman in the video? Jesus Christ. Okay. Whatever.
have been distorted by the internet, and they're not reflective of the true, benign nature of Health at Every Size. Even YouTube's own Abby Sharp is Health at Every Size, and she has a disclaimer on her website which says, "It's health at every size, not healthy at every size, a subtle but important distinction." But the more I looked, the more I saw that that was not true at all. In fact, on the official Health at Every Size website, there is blatant obesity denial. In the FAQ section, there's a question that says, Shouldn't we be looking for a cure for obesity rather than promoting size acceptance? And their official answer not only included obese and question marks as if it were fictional, but also stated, in order to cure a condition, the condition must be defined as a disease. If we say obesity is a disease, then we must say on some level that body fat is pathological. But there is no evidence that adipose tissue is harmful to our health. Yeah, so it was then that I realized that not only were health at every size and fat acceptance similar, but they were the exact same thing. You don't believe me? Then keep watching.
What? No, I don't want to. Just don't. No, I don't want to watch anymore. Oh God, please, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
HealthAtEverySizeBlog.org chronicles the roots of Haze, tracing the foundational ideas all the way back to the 60s and 70s, where a political group called the Fat Underground band together to try to infiltrate the medical establishment in an attempt to change anti-fat attitudes that, quote, perpetuated the unhealthy habits encouraged by diet culture. Sound familiar?
99% of the people who lose weight gain it back. 90% of those people gain back more than they lost.
People, women like ourselves who are forced to diet our entire lives because we're naturally fat women and who are talking about 100-pound weight loss that is killing us.
It's because it's your body's nature to be fat, and that's the reason. You know you'll have no life at all until you accept yourself as the woman you are.
Their motto was literally, doctors are the enemy, weight loss is genocide. And the Change Society... Not ourselves ideology was apparently the foundation of their movement. And no, that's not satire, that's really what it says.
If you were to go and look up the history of the fat acceptance movement as a political group, you would actually find the exact same story as what's posted here for Health at Every Size. The history of Health at Every Size and the history of fat acceptance are the exact same. They're the same group. Most of, if not all, the foundational ideas of Health at Every Size as they exist today can be found back then in various fat acceptance texts. Let's see if we recognize any of these ideas.
Biology, not eating habits, is the main cause of fat. Health problems of fat people are not inherently due to fat, but the result of stress, self-hatred, and chronic dieting. Weight loss efforts damage health, almost never succeed except temporarily, and should not be used.
And actually, here's a quote from a book titled Don't Diet that they listed on their website as one of their texts, which pretty much echoes the sentiment we saw earlier. There is no good reason to consider the general increase in fatness an epidemic. People are becoming taller too, but nobody talks about a height epidemic. Nor is there any good reason to consider fatness a disease. The people of the Western world are both fatter and healthier than ever before.
And the experts and co-founders of Healthy at Every Size, as listed by ASDA's website, are all members of NAFA, the National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance.
Clearly, even after all these years,
all members of NAFA, the National...
She's rolling on a freaking tricycle scooter. She...
Association to Advance Fat Acceptance.
Clearly, even after all these years, Health at Every Size has not come very far from its roots in fat activism. Now, as a quick disclaimer, Health at Every Size has become a huge movement today, and I am not by any means saying that all Health at Every Size practitioners are fat activists. I'm sure there are lots of HAZE professionals that practice it a lot more responsibly than what's being depicted here, and are not even aware that this is a Trojan horse for fat activism. Now, obviously, it's my opinion that it's a Trojan horse, but if the shoe fits. So sure, you might say that everything I've listed is a misconception, but I would argue that it's a misconception that these are misconceptions, and it's a ploy to seem more reasonable than it is in order to advance the goals of the movement. And at its core, Health at Every Size's main goal is to push fat activism and not health. And of course, conveniently, the more radical ideas of Health at Every Size are what's spread like wildfire across social media by body positive influencers like Tess, while the more reasonable ideas take a back seat or are stripped of nuance to the point of uselessness. You do not need to downplay the very real risks of obesity to champion the idea that everyone can take steps to live a healthier lifestyle regardless of their body size. And the fact that they do shows their true intent, in my opinion.
The impact of Health at Every Size messages being disseminated by Tess Holliday and similar is that some of her followers have been pulled into the rhetoric of Health at Every Size and now truly believe that it's possible to be morbidly obese and healthy.
After I discovered Tess, it led me to discover a lot of other fat positive, fat acceptance influencers. So one of like the big points that I remember was always subscribing to the idea that I was fat, but like I was healthy. My blood work was fine, like everything was fine, so I'm fine. I was really excited to finally feel accepted and to finally feel like my body was good and it was beautiful. My body was good and it was just unhealthy. And I didn't want to see that, and entering into the fat acceptance movement really made me blind to that.
Oh, halla freaking Lula. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, we're back to normality. There's some sense here. There is some sense. Okay. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Yes. Okay, please. Okay, cool. We can resume. Okay. Brilliant. Now we're back in the game. Madzie, have you watched Fatopia? No, I haven't. I've never heard that in my life. I don't think I want to watch it at this stage. I really don't think I want to watch that. You should watch her full video. She's super sweet. Listen, I've come across her before, that young lady, to be fair with you, but yeah. Okay. I'm feeling there's some positivity coming now. Okay, there's some there's some sense coming now, because everything that we've just heard is just absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. I've never heard such garbage in my life. Who says those things though? Diet is bad for you. We're going up against. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. You listen, you know, if you know, you know. Wow. Supersize versus super skinny is a UK show. No, I've done a reaction to that before. I've done one reaction to it so far. I am gonna do more to that one, but I have done one. I just haven't titled it supersize versus super skinny. It's called something else. Yeah. It's good to watch on Prime. It does get you mad though. Oh, it does get you mad though, but you want me to watch it. Selfish. What's the other word? Yeah, you want.
The fact that Tess and other obese people receive so much hate online, telling them otherwise, pushes these women further into their online groups and deeper into the lies of health at every size.
Fat people have to live in a world that openly hates them. They talk about solving the obesity epidemic. That means getting rid of people like me.
I see what you mean there, Sam says. Okay, hold on. Where we at? Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. Let's take the punches. Let's go.
Their online groups and deeper into the lies of health at every size.
Fat people have to live in a world that openly hates them. They talk about solving the obesity epidemic. That means getting rid of people like me.
After all, if you're obese, you're living in an obese body, you truly believe that obese people are just as healthy, that they were born this way, and that they can't change it at all, and the world refuses to acknowledge this and even shames you and pressures you to do something that's impossible, well then it can kind of feel like the whole world is against you. And speaking from experience, fat people do get bullied and they are ostracized in many ways for their weight. So this, coupled with the health at every size and fat activists whispering in your ear that everybody hates fat people, can really make you feel like you need to attach yourself to your group. We are wired to define ourselves by those who consider in and out of our groups, something called in-group favoritism. For certain sects of the body positivity and fat acceptance movements, anyone who is happily obese is welcome in the group. However, anyone losing weight or propagating #diet culture is a threat to the group and therefore unwelcome.
Participating in a diet that says you must lose weight to be more worthy is not body positive. Being forced to lose weight for medical reasons is not body positive. I am asking you to think critically about how your participation in diet culture may be harmful to other people.
Meaning that if—
Who is this human being? Let me hear that again. I want to hear that again. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Let me hear that again. Go, say it again. Go on.
Being obese is welcome in the group. However, anyone losing weight or propagating #diet culture is a threat to the group and therefore unwelcome.
Participating in a diet that says you must lose weight to be more worthy is not body positive.
Right.
Being forced to lose weight for medical reasons is not body positive.
So your health doesn't matter. Is that's what you're telling me? Health doesn't matter. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Just finish. Don't talk to me. Be quiet. Stop.
About how your participation in diet culture
Fast
may
forward
be
this
harmful to other
troll.
people.
Move.
Meaning that if members want to remain in their group where they've made friends, where they feel more accepted and beautiful than they do in regular society, then they are under pressure to remain fat. Tess herself is very careful to make sure that although everyone knows she's living that healthy lifestyle, she is absolutely under no circumstances trying to lose weight. In her interview for the Self magazine cover that we talked about, she talks about starting to eat healthier, but feeling guilty about it. Tess worries that her fans and followers might take the shift the wrong way, and is quick to clarify, I'm still gonna eat Cheetos and all of that. She understands that a brand built on self-acceptance might question changes in her lifestyle if they come across as abandoning this core philosophy. Wow, sounds like a really loving and accepting group of people, ready to lynch you at a moment's notice if you so much as stop eating Cheetos. Clearly, Tess is aware that she now needs to stay obese in order to retain the love and respect of her fans. And if she ever happened to lose weight or needed to lose weight for medical reasons, she'd be in a tough situation. She'd be attacked, and she would definitely be dethroned as their queen of body positivity.
You know what? Smelly Cat says I get cold overweight and I'm only 135. Listen, I feel for you. I really feel for you, you know, because that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And listen, you know what? Listen, boys and freaking girls, I'm not oblivious to the fact that, you know, there is severe bullying in this world due to people's weight, okay? And you know what? There's people who are in a very good weight level and they still get told they're fat, they're this and that. Listen, honestly, I'm against that, heavily against that nonsense. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for you, Smelly Cat, because that shouldn't be happening. Please change your name. Each time I say Smelly Cat, I just feel like I think of Phoebe from Friends. Honestly, please change your name to something else. Smelly Cat. But I'm with you, man. It's not nice. It's not nice at all. You want me to react to Obese the Beast? What video though? What video of Obese the Beast do I need to react to? He reacted to drama between Fat Girl Flo and Giddy Lasers. I don't know if you did. Okay. So you want me to do that video? Okay. Send me the link, please, for that video, and I'll whip up a reaction for that one. You dig what I'm saying? If it's a long one, if it's like one of those long videos, then we'll do it live. You know what I mean? I think nowadays videos that are generally long, I do live. Ones that are slightly short, I do them off air. That's why I did this one live today, because it's a long one. Smelly cat. See, Red Dragon knows. Jeez, Red Dragon up in here in the building with the Red Dragon. What film was Red Dragon again? Is that the Is that the Hannibal one? The Hannibal one, you know? I think so, you know? I think that's the one. Do you want to do it live? That's the truth. Fat Girl Flo is a trip. She gets me so mad. Oh, come on. You're telling me she gets you. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, Red Dragon is Hannibal. I was right, yeah. I haven't seen the film, but I know about it. Okay, cool. We'll get that one done tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that one tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? What are they feeding you? Feeding who, man? Jeez, they ain't feeding me nothing. I'll have to watch that movie still, okay? This is a trip.
Because no one in this group will admit that obesity is unhealthy, all intentional weight loss is considered fat phobia, even in the face of serious and life-threatening medical concerns, resulting in a toxic culture where people have to choose between their friends and their online community and their health.
You know what though, man? You know this lady here, the one that does the presenting, right? I love her brain, man. I love her. I would love to sit there and have a conversation with her, you know? I just love the way she delivers her videos. It's just beautiful, man. I'd probably fall in love, to be fair, if I was next to her. Who knows? I'm just saying, man. She the way she does things is beautiful, man. I highly respect the work she puts into this, man. The work she does into this is so amazing, you know. Credit where credit due, you know what I'm saying? Listen, yeah, stay away from me, man. I'll probably fall in love with her still. But yeah, let's keep going. This is the video that took Madzie over the edge, y'all. Yeah, true. She is amazing, you know. Honestly, man. I mean, if she's got a partner, he or she is a very lucky person. I can tell her that, man. Give or take that her personality on YouTube is the same personality off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I hope it is.
Even in the face of serious and life-threatening medical concerns, resulting in a toxic culture where people have to choose between their friends and their online community and their health.
Making choices to become healthier were my choices, and I made those choices very aware of.
Wait, what'd she say?
at a moment's notice if you so much as stop eating Cheetos. Clearly, Tess is aware that she now needs to stay obese in order to retain the love and respect of her fans. And if she ever happened to lose weight or needed to lose weight for medical reasons, she'd be in a tough situation. She'd be attacked, and she would definitely be dethroned as their queen of body positivity. Because no one in this group will admit that obesity is unhealthy, all intentional weight loss is considered fat phobia, even in the face of serious and life-threatening medical concerns, resulting in a toxic culture where people have to choose between their friends and their online community and their health.
Making choices to become healthier were my choices, and I made those choices very aware of what would come as a result of them.
I'd had this health scare. My doctor came and saw me, and he revealed that I had type 2 diabetes, which I had never received that diagnosis before. And he was basically like, look, you have to lose some amount of...
She says that as if she was surprised. What? What's wrong with this lady, man? Let me hear that again. Let me hear that nonsense again. Say that again with your chest. Do it.
Very aware of what would come as a result of them.
I'd had this health scare.
The way she says this is ridiculous. She says it like, yeah, I'm surprised it happened to me. Bloody hell.
My doctor came and saw me, and he revealed that I had type 2 diabetes, which I had never received that diagnosis.
Which I never received that diagnosis before. Why are you saying as if it's new, as if you should be surprised? You should have been preparing for it because you chose to be on that side of life. Get out of here, man.
Before, and he was basically like, look, you have to lose some amount of weight in order to deal with this, or you're going to have to be just permanently on medication for diabetes, probably for the rest of your life.
I held myself back from losing weight because I thought I was making like this political statement, right? And I was being such a rebel, and that I was part of this fat acceptance movement and no body shaming and loving and accepting myself. But
I wanted to belong to some sort of community, and
what I found was that I was being pushed out of these spaces where body positivity activism was happening. People that I really admired, other writers, body positive writers, fat positive writers, I was being asked to leave these spaces because I first of all felt that there were some scenarios where it was acceptable to want to lose weight.
And what has happened is any plus size person who's ever lost weight in this space has been viciously attacked by this community.
I thought that they were all about accepting yourself, loving yourself, loving your body.
It's crazy though, because this body positivity situation here, right? Yeah, this body, yeah. It's just crazy though, because I thought that body positivity doesn't necessarily mean being proud of your body because you're a big person. I thought body positivity was being proud of your body no matter what size you are. But no. It's been taken out of proportion. It's just been overused. It's ridiculous. Listen, honestly, you can't be telling me this. You can't. Oh yeah. No, go away. Just go away. Just go away, man. Yeah, that's how cults get you. Find people that belong. That they want to belong. Then rope you in. Yep. I was that crazy girl at school who stuck up for others. A bully is weak without friends around. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. You know what, though? The best way to deal with a bully, right, is not responding to them. A bully hates someone that doesn't react. They hate that. Trust me. Madzie Infatoba, the director, interviews an hours as a woman. Why doesn't Tess even? Oh dear. It was originally for people with disabilities and burn victims. Well, there you go. See, body positivity is that there. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Body positive should include people with differences in appearances, not just weight, size. Listen, come on. It's been taken out of proportion. And you know what? Do you know what I hate the most? So we got Smelly Cat in the building here talking about being, a 135 pounds and being bullied and being called fat, and then, obviously saying that also got bullied for being short and XYZ, right? And it's crazy because one of the key agendas that people in this community stand for is being seen as different, for being seen as big, for not being appreciated for being big. Okay, so they make this cult of we are big and we are proud. It is body positivity, and they say it because they're trying to stop bullies from bullying them. Okay, that's cool. I can go with that to a certain extent, but yet you're bullying people from your own community. So how does that make you feel any better than any of the people that have ever picked on you, that have ever bullied you, that ever made you feel like you're not good enough? How does that change? How can Tess Holliday walk around here saying what she wants to say, but all of a sudden when people want to better their lives, she's like, oh, you're not a part of this anymore because you're a traitor? What? Are you moving mad? No, that is absolutely bonkers. It makes no sense, you know? And this is the thing that I hate, right? I hate people who have been bullied, but then they project that same bully to someone else in the future. Why? You're creating a whole new cycle. You're just making things go worse you're just making things worse. Are you actually okay? Listen, if I was someone that was plus size, I wouldn't want to be a part of any kind of one of these communities. Because at the end of the day, if it's all about body positivity and it's all about supporting each other and it's all about defying odds against older people that picked on us, well then that is fantastic. But the moment I want to better myself because the doctor told me that I don't, because the doctor told me that obviously, you know, I'm not well, so I have to lose weight so I can survive the next couple of years of my life. Damn right, I'm going to lose that weight. But you know what? Because I'm losing the weight because of my health, I'm going to want all these people from this group to support me. But do they support me? No, they don't. They tell me to run. They just kick me to the curb. They kick me to the curb and they're like, oh, you're not one of us anymore, but you're losing weight. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you? So what if you're ill? You should still stay big regardless of the fact that you're ill. What? Are you mad? That is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Wow, what a lot of absolute gobbledygook. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely trash. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious trash. Okay, let's go.
All of these very good things.
So body positivity and the fat acceptance movement was supposed to be all inclusive.
Hurt people. There we go. For supposedly being gobbledygook, for supposedly being a group based on positivity, they are very negative against people who aren't in the group. See, Sam says it right there. Wow, they compare listen, what? They compare fatphobism to racism as well. You know what though? Okie dokie. Let's talk about that, okay? Okie dokie. Right, okay. Listen, you know what? I wanted to mention that. I wanted to mention this whole fatphobia thing, yeah, versus racism, right? I really wanted to mention it, but I didn't want to speak out of it at random. I needed it to happen. I needed someone to project that conversation. And now because Okie dokie has projected that conversation, we're gonna speak about that real freaking quick as we do. And I'm gonna keep it very, very simple, boys and girls, okay? And listen, what I'm about to say, it can go in either way. And I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to disagree with me. I'm asking you just to listen to what I've got to say, and then obviously you can have your opinions let loose, okay? Now I'm going to tell you the difference, right? The difference with racism compared to being plus size, yeah, it's a very simple reason. It's crazy. I'm gonna tell you a story, boys and girls, okay? I'm gonna tell you a story, okay? There was a time when I was younger, okay? I was I think I was about 12. I was about 12, okay, right? And I had a friend, okay? I had a friend that was mixed race, okay? And he was a big dude. He wasn't fat. Wait a minute. He was a big dude. I mean, he was fat, but he wasn't like fat, you know what I mean? Okay? He was just average fat. He was just too big for his age, right? And, you know, I made a comment towards him about his weight, you know what I mean? Okay? I said, listen, man, you need to lose your weight, bro. Like, come on, man. This ain't looking good for you, okay? And knowing me at that moment in time itself as well, okay, I definitely said it in a jokey way, you know what I mean? Which I can understand may have come across in the wrong way. I would admit to that, don't get me wrong, okay? Because sometimes when you're trying to say something to someone, you don't know how to say it. So sometimes you beat around the bush. But anyway, I said that to him, right? And he got really offended. He was like, no, you can't be calling me fat. You can't be saying this. You can't be saying that. And his whole argument was about you can't be calling me fat, okay? Now, bear in mind, this kid was mixed race. Now, obviously, we had this whole discussion, right? We didn't come to a conclusion. And then one of our other friends then popped up who was also big as well, okay? But this guy was a white guy, you see? And you know what he said to me in defense to this guy here, okay? He said to me, this is what he said to me. He said, well, how would you feel, okay? How would you feel if he said something, how would you feel if I said something racist to you? This was my response. At the time, yeah? I said, what do you mean if he says something racist to me? How is that the same thing? Me mentioning his weight isn't the same as anyone mentioning the skin tone of my color. And my response was very simple. And I was 12 years old when I said this, okay? This is my brain at that time, you know what I'm saying, okay? I might have been 13. My response was this. But there's a difference with being big and being black. The difference is when you're big, you can lose the weight. When you're black, you can't change your skin tone unless you're Michael Jackson. So end of the day, how can you say to me, How can you compare race with weight when weight is something that you can change? Skin tone is something that you cannot change. Are you stupid or what? That was my response right there. I'll let you guys fly with that one right there because I don't see how that makes any sense whatsoever. So how race has anything to do with weight, it is beyond me. Beyond me. And you know what? There's another conversation we can get into, but I won't get into that one. I'll only get into that one if someone brings it up. But we'll leave it. Well, but we will leave it there. Hella freaking Lula. There is a difference. There is a difference. Being black doesn't make you sick. We mention weight because we're worried about people. Oh, I like that one, Wild Rose. You are wild, aren't you, Rose? You're wild. Wild, wild, wild. When I was at my highest weight, I had a brother very fit to reach out to me personally and privately reach out to me to ask me to take control of my health because he didn't want me to pass away. Oh, I love your brother for that, Sam Van Dam. I love that. Bingo, you can change your weight. You can't change your skin color. They are choosing to be fat and choosing to portray themselves as a victim. Exactly, you know. And it's crazy because I remember when I said that, you know, I've always been very fortunate sometimes. Sometimes I just come out with very good responses to people, you know. And sometimes when I come out with responses that shock me, I'm like, yo, did I just say that? Where did that come from, man? I was like, yo, I was gassing myself, you know. I was kind of proud of myself, to be fair, when I said that. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
You know, they're supposed to be like these loving people, but I'm being kicked out of it.
The more I was in it, the more I saw how.
And also on top of that, being black isn't a disease. Just saying, but whatever.
Judgmental they were. If you did decide to start losing weight and wanted to become healthy, they just like cast you out, and they didn't want to have like anything
That's a good
else.
point. Family asking to help you to help yourself is a huge turning point for a lot of folks. 100%.
Do with you, and to be honest, I never really felt like I truly was accepted in that community.
I always felt like I was faking, like I was being someone I didn't like in order to get a group of people who didn't want to see me succeed to like me.
So why is it that health at every size and body positivity activists feel confident in smugly claiming that they know better?
I've got science on my side and I'm happy to stand with it.
Unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with the author of the book, Lindo Bacon. If you still had any hope that
why are we going back to this woman, man?
At the outset, that hope will probably die during this section of the video. Lindo Bacon has a PhD, is apparently a scientist, has worked in research, but their ideas aren't exactly unbiased or rigorously tested. The crux of Lindo's argument, in their own words?
Repeat after me. My weight is not the problem. Society's problem about weight is the problem. Lindo lists 8 myths surrounding obesity in the book, beginning with what is called the death by fat myth.
We hear in the news all the time about an obesity epidemic and how people are dying of obesity. And what we see is that it's just not true. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just not true.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay, Lindo Bacon. Lindo Bacon. So why are you not obese then? Just out of curiosity, why are you not obese? I mean, listen. If you're going to preach the words, if you're going to preach these words, live by them, become them, okay? So show us, but lead by example, please lead by example, okay? Because your beady freaking eyes are bothering me as well as what's coming out your freaking mouth. So you know what, beady eyes? Put the weight on, beady eyes, okay? Become obese, beady eyes, okay? And live your healthy life of being obese. Give me that. Just give me that. Give me that, okay? Because it's so easy sometimes for people to preach something when they're not even in that stage. I want this woman to put on as much weight as possible, okay? And then I want her to walk around, okay? As if it's easy as 1, 2, freaking 3, as if it's easy as ABC, okay? I want her to do that. I want her to say all of that stuff. What she just said there. I want her to say it with her chest. When she's an oversized woman, okay? And you know what? She wouldn't be able to say it with her chest because, you know why? Because she wouldn't be able to breathe properly. So therefore, it wouldn't come out properly. So therefore, she couldn't say that because at that moment in time, reality will hit her that, you know what? I need to lose weight so I can actually live my freaking life rather than telling people garbage. Yes, I am all healthy and fit and I got beady eyes, but you know what? Let's just tell all the other people who are unfit that, yeah, let's just tell them to put on weight, okay? Let's just tell them to kill themselves because I just don't care because I know I'm in a good place. Get out of here with your nonsense. Get out of oh shut up. I just spilled my I thought it was, oh my god, I just spilled my drink on my bloody trousers. Ah, damn it. I thought the glass was empty. I thought the glass was freaking empty and I've just got a whole mess here. Oh, but bloody hell. Ah! Okay, I did get tissue. I did get tissue. Oh my gosh. Wow. Great stuff. Wow. Garbage. Garbage. Ah. Damn it. This is your fault, Lindo Bacon. Beady eyes. Beady eyes. Trash. You're pure trash. I don't like you. Stop talking. You're not allowed to talk. I don't know who gave you a PhD. They must have been high or something. That person needs to be sued with yourself. Oh, wow. Luckily, it was only just a little bit of juice. There's nothing effective. Just a little bit of juice. But no. BS. That's garbage. Wow. Those tries, I like the way you say that. Listen, leave me alone. Take off your pants. Hey, chill. Calm down. I ain't taking nothing off. Calm down. You typed your thoughts. No, OnlyFans. Hey, chill. Oh my days. This is dumb. You know what? I've been avoiding the word because each time I say it, someone has to go nuts in the comment section. But I'm gonna say it, man. This woman is an absolute freaking donut. I've just got to say it. You know, I've been holding it back because you guys go mad for the donut. But whatever, innit? It is what it is. She is a freaking donut, man. Oh my gosh. I'd pay for that OnlyFans. Hey, relax, chill, ladies. Let's not go there. Let's relax. Okay, let's composure. Okay, composure. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. Okay, vegan donut. Is that a comment insult? Is that a comment insult in the UK? I thought it was only Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, no. The donut is a comment insult in the UK, but it's not a bad one. It's just a way. Yeah. It's a positive insult. So because it's not a swear word or a slur, obviously it's something that you use, you know, when you're just joking with someone. No, you know what I mean? You say it in a way you're covering yourself, you know. So if you're in school when you're a kid, you say you donut, or if I'm teaching a kid and the kid winds me up, I'll be like, listen, you little donut, and among other words as well. I swear the UK is another planet. It probably is. Like airhead. Airhead is another one. You airhead, but airhead is very white Essex. It's not really something that I say. Thank you for explaining donut. I love your accent. Thank you. Yeah. Now, do you know what? Gordon Ramsay is saying donut because he's covering himself from saying a swear word, okay? Because it's an alternative, you know what I mean? Alternative to rather than saying a swear word, you say that. Oh my God, I'm going to use donut with my students now. Don't get in trouble. Don't say it was me. I didn't tell you nothing. Nothing. Okay, we're all kind of dry now. Okay, right. Okay. Numbnut. Yeah, that's another one. Numbnut is another one. Yes. I'll teach my Mexican mom to say donut. Yeah, donkey's another one. Yeah, your donkey. Yes, donkey twallop. Listen. Muppet. Yes, Muppet is another one. Muppet is the one I use. Muppet is usually the go-to one that I say, but I go through phases where I'll say Muppet, then I'll say donut, and then I'll say whatever else is around there. So yeah, but Muppet is also another one, to be fair. Now, goofball isn't really a UK thing, to be honest with you. Okay, let's go. Twirl up. That's amazing, I'm telling you. Okay, let's go. Clown. Oh yeah, clown. Clown's another one. Yeah, Kieran's on point with that one. Yeah, you clown. You filthy clown. Okay. Do y'all say bear in the UK? Yeah, bears. Yeah, bear's the word that's used all the time. Yeah, bear this man, bear that man. There's another one. Oh, when something happened, when something like shocking happens, instead of saying God, people are like God. God, swear down, God, that happened, yeah. Hey, that was another one. God, bro, what? Hey. Anyway, let's continue. Deaths from obesity are rising worldwide. Obesity is killing us. Yes, tell this woman because she's telling me bonkers is bacon woman. Well, let's do some.
What is officially the biggest health crisis in American history.
More than 200,000 doctors have backed a report tonight calling for urgent action to combat obesity.
Nutritionists say obesity is the biggest threat to public health. In the last 30 years, obesity rates for kids have tripled.
It can lead to a number of health conditions such as high blood pressure, liver disease, and even cancer.
1 in 3 American pets are now obese. Think about
Ruth thinks she's smart there. I see what you did there, Ruth. I see what you did there. But yeah, to be fair, Belen is another one, to be fair. That is another one.
Yes, unfortunately, you have heard right. Lindo Bacon outright denies that people are dying of obesity.
Wait. What did I miss? What did I miss?
Bacon outright denies that
years, obesity rates for kids have tripled.
It can lead to a number of health conditions such as high blood pressure, liver disease, and even cancer.
1 in 3 American pets are now obese. Think about that.
Yes, unfortunately, you have heard right. Lindo Bacon outright denies that people are dying of obesity, despite the mountain of evidence, scientific and anecdotal, suggesting otherwise.
What most studies show is that people considered overweight and mildly or moderately obese live at least as long as, or longer, than people deemed normal.
Can you say my name? Is that Alejandro? Alejandro. I mean, it's better than Smelly Cat. I tell you that now. Yeah, yes, Alejandro. Oh no, Alejandro. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at this woman's face again. It's annoying me.
Cancer.
1 in 3 American pets are now obese. Think about that.
Yes, unfortunately, you have heard right. Lindo Bacon outright denies that people are dying of obesity, despite
Alejandra. I don't know, man.
The mountain of evidence, scientific and anecdotal, suggesting otherwise.
What most studies show is that people considered overweight and mildly or moderately obese live at least as long as, or longer, than people deemed normal weight. The data are a little more complicated at the extremes of underweight or obesity, so I won't get into that here.
So what Lindo is referring to here is what's called the obesity paradox. The discovery that in some studies, overweight and mildly obese people were found to have lived as long as normal weight individuals. And in some instances, overweight people were actually found to have lived longer. The most famous example of this is a meta-analysis from 2013, which tracked 2.8 million people, done by Catherine Flegel. Lindo decides that this one data point is satisfactory enough evidence to say this. The science is clear. Body fat is not the killer it's made out to be. But is that a true statement? Is the science clear?
Does fat kill? Let's look at the facts.
First off, plenty of other studies have found the exact opposite, that people in the normal weight category fare best, and for every deviation beyond that, you're shaving years off your life. Second, the prevailing opinion is that the obesity paradox can be explained away by various biases in the research. And the reason it's a paradox is because researchers are confused at why it would even be there, and they're scrambling to try and explain it because obesity has a long history of being correlated with so many different types of disease. This has actually happened before with something called the smoker's paradox, where it was found that in some studies, for some strange reason, smoking seemed to impart some sort of survival advantage. It was shown to lower risk of death after certain types of heart attacks, as well as decrease your risk of Parkinson's and knee replacement surgery. In both instances, doctors and researchers were really trying to explain the results as quickly as they could because they knew that if this kind of information made its way into the media and got distorted to suggest that, okay, this means that smoking is healthy or obesity is healthy, that it would be detrimental to public health. Dr. Sadia Khan, a cardiologist at Northwestern University, noticed this effect in his practice. The obesity paradox caused a lot of confusion and potential damage because we know there are cardiovascular and non-cardiovascular risks associated with obesity. I get a lot of patients who ask, why do I need to lose weight if research says I'm going to live longer? I tell them that losing weight doesn't just reduce the risk of developing heart disease, but also other diseases like cancer. Our data shows you'll live longer and healthier at a normal weight. Given this confusion, it's safe to say that it's not appropriate and even dangerous to suggest that obesity doesn't kill people. The fact that the obesity paradox exists isn't sufficient to say that obesity isn't healthy, just like the smoker's paradox isn't sufficient to say that smoking is healthy. In reality, life expectancy is one data point among a sea of data points. And we can't use it to say, hey, that means being obese is healthy then. And truthfully, you can't use it to say the opposite, that it means that obesity is unhealthy. It is one piece of a bigger picture. A bigger picture that still suggests that being obese is terrible for you. Now, despite the fact that, as I've said, there's a lot to this. There's a lot to the discussion of the obesity paradox. In Lindo's book, this section is only about 2 paragraphs long when we remove the little nod to NAFA and fat acceptance, meaning that Lindo wanted to leave it as if it was self-evident that this meant that obesity didn't reduce life expectancy. No mention of the biases, nothing like that.
Okay, so we don't have evidence that fat is the killer it's made out to be, you may be thinking, but it clearly causes disease. Does it? Does it?
Okay, so before we unpack this point, we need to stop and talk about the wording.
So, we don't have evidence that fat is the killer it's made out to be, you may be thinking.
We do have evidence that fat kills people. We have years of evidence. We have mountains of evidence. You absolutely cannot say that we don't have evidence. You can maybe say it's not conclusive, but you can under no circumstances say we don't have evidence. Not when the prevailing medical opinion is that obesity kills people.
Obesity on its own contributes to hundreds of thousands of premature deaths in the United States every year, and if we factor in its contributions to all of the major chronic diseases, the number is staggering.
It's one thing to support a controversial hypothesis, to believe it to be true, and to present it properly. That is totally fine. It's quite another thing to present your opinion as known fact, as if any sane person looking at the research would come to the same conclusion that you are. If you're going to put forth a controversial opinion, you need to prove it. You can't just act like it's self-evident because you're a researcher. This is a pattern for Lindo. I originally wanted this section to be breaking down how the obesity paradox is wrong and blah, 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 but there's literally not enough time, given how glib and problematic everything that comes out of Lindo Bacon's mouth is. And I think it's important that we do spend some time on this because it's being done intentionally to manipulate and deceive the audience. And in my opinion, it's outright negligent to present yourself as some scientific authority and then present your opinions as known facts. And now Lindo is taking it one step further and suggesting not only does obesity not result in premature death, but that it also doesn't cause disease. If you convince a group of people that obesity is not harmful and you're wrong, you're literally hurting people. Anyway, back to Lindo's main point.
But it clearly causes disease. Does it?
In the book, Lindo expounds on this further by saying, the idea that weight plays a large causal role in disease is also unproven. Little evidence supports that weight is the primary cause of many diseases for which it is routinely blamed, except osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, and a few cancers. Yeah, if you don't mind a few cancers, losing your mobility, and never being able to get a restful night's sleep again without a CPAP machine, then obesity is no big deal.
When you have higher levels of obesity, you have higher levels of diabetes, you have higher levels of hypertension, you have higher levels of coronary artery disease, you have higher levels of cancer, you have higher levels of dementia, you have higher levels of degenerative arthritis, and on it goes.
Does it?
Now, before we get into this next section,
please stop with the does it. Oh my gosh. I can't do this with this does it. Oh yeah, shut up. Don't care. I hate this video, man. It's the worst video ever in my life. Shit.
Again, I already showed you the 200 diseases that obesity ups your risk of getting. It's impossible to argue that obesity doesn't result in disease. But Lindo intentionally said primary cause here, because cause is technically impossible to prove with epidemiological studies, which is the type of study used to track diseases and all that kind of thing in a population.
That's another one. That's another one. Dr. Bacon can do one. I haven't heard that one in ages, man. Do one. Hey, I remember that one. That's old school. Do one. Does it bother you that much, Madzie? I'm just, listen. Jeez. Trust me. Yeah, my sleeping pattern is kind of messed up still, but hey, life goes on. That big ass Maggie is popping up on my TV. That big ass Maggie, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. May I suggest a happy video next live? Oh my god. I don't know, man. It wouldn't be exciting, would it now? Oh dear. I'm definitely watching some form of comedy film or something before I go to bed. This is crazy. What's the sleep schedule? I like that, Kieran. What is the sleep schedule? Yeah, but a primary cause if Amberlynn Reid had died of cancer, it wouldn't have been her weight that killed her. That hormone. I can't read that. I can't read the rest of it. You know, I'm done today.
To be the primary cause.
Can we watch SpongeBob?
Of epidemiology than it is suggestive of anything about obesity. And as a scientist, Lindo is well aware of this. So Lindo is intentionally speaking in a way so as to confuse the average person reading.
I'm like legit, because obviously people are saying there's no sleep schedule in 2020. Today in the UK, we just found that when I go back to work on the 4th of January, that only key worker children will be coming into school. So to be honest with you, last time only key worker children came into school, I only worked half day. So I'm hoping I get to work half day again. I'm probably not that lucky, but I'm just saying I'd be so happy if I could do that still. Yeah. Madzie, the expert bacon fella makes me want to smack Smug right off his face. No, it's a woman. Lindo Bacon's a woman. It is a woman, right? I'm sure it's a woman. I swear it's a woman. Me watching all your videos as someone trying to lose weight, like, Listen, I hope. Do you know what? I had someone today comment on one of the videos, right? And someone that commented on my videos today, told me, what did they say to me? They said something to me about their weight loss journey or something like that, you know? And I said to him, listen, If I haven't motivated you to lose weight, you can unsubscribe and never come back again, because that means I'm not doing what I'm trying to do properly. You know what I mean? I want everyone to be encouraged. If I ain't encouraging you, then hey, boys, don't be subscribed. I'm saying, okay, because I want you guys to do well. You know, it's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games with the translate with the frustrations and XYZ, but I really hope people can get themselves in the right situation. If you dig what I'm saying, okay? Abigail Nichols is joining the stream. How you doing, boo boo? Little pineapple. Let's have a look. Madzie, he's a trans man, but his original books were written then. He still identified as a woman. Oh, is it now? Is it now? Okay. I'll say less. You are encouraging and definitely motivate me every day. I love your content, so thanks for always being there. Listen, that's what I'm here for, you know. That's what I'm here for, you know what I mean? That's the bottom line, because listen, the way I see it, when I make a video, I always make sure the video has something in it that is informative, okay? Something that can hopefully push whoever needs the help to, you know, move forward in the right direction. It doesn't have to be weight related. It can be anything. Especially the 2 videos I uploaded today, you know. I really spoke very, very, very passionately about, listen guys, look at this, do better. That's it, the bottom line. That is the bottom line. No, you got a name right. That is her name. You got a name right. That's her name right there. Yeah, Kiana. You got it right the first time. You got it right the first time. Come on. I like that your content is a mix of things. I get a little tired of our girls. These chats are motivation. Seeing people post numbers of their pounds have lost. 100%. But you know, let's keep it going. We're nearly there. You're waking up for a nap. Oh, Maria, why are you doing that to us, Maria?
Into thinking, oh, well, that means that obesity doesn't result in disease. And if you think about it, if Lindo stated what they meant in more plain terms, it would be a really pointless thing to argue. Yeah, of course, we can't prove that with epidemiological studies. What's your point? The point is, this whole section is meant to deceive people into thinking that obesity is not bad for you.
Obesity is a leading predictor of health outcomes in the modern age. Period. Full stop. It's just a fact. It's a fact of epidemiology.
Anyway, back to the idea that's being presented here. This idea is an offshoot of what's called the metabolically healthy obese, which is the idea that people who are obese but their blood markers show no signs of insulin resistance or prediabetes or hypertension are healthy individuals despite being technically obese. This is true. There are plenty of obese people whose metabolic health suggests that they are healthy right now, at this moment in time. If the definition of health we're using here is that health is the absence of disease anyway. But unfortunately, when we look at this group and how they fare long term, it's often found that the metabolically healthy obese at some point become metabolically unhealthy. And among those who do manage to remain metabolically healthy, one study found that compared with normal weight people with no metabolic abnormalities, people who were metabolically healthy obese had a 50% increased risk of coronary heart disease, a 7% increased risk of stroke, and a double risk of heart failure. While another study stated, obese persons are at increased risk for adverse long-term outcomes, even in the absence of metabolic abnormalities, suggesting that there is no healthy pattern of increased weight. I just plucked a couple of quotes there, but I reviewed many papers to come to this conclusion. In an interview with Dr. Arya Sharma, founder and scientific director of Obesity Canada, he agreed that someone who is obese can still be metabolically healthy, even if they're outside the normal weight range. But Sharma cautions that sooner or later, in most obese people, their weight will become a health problem. It really is no different than smoking. Not every smoker will suffer a smoking-related disease, but enough of them will that we need to warn people that this is dangerous. Just because you're not suffering from health problems right now does not mean that you're not at an increased risk than if you were smaller. And I think it's this flawed, metabolically healthy obese idea that has led to this wave of you can't tell a person's health by their appearance more than anything else.
Everyone is all of a sudden a doctor and they think that they can look at your photos and determine your worth and your happiness and your perceived health.
In many instances, this is true. Just because someone is of normal weight does not mean that they live a healthy lifestyle or that they have a clean bill of health. But if someone weighs 300 plus pounds like Tess Holliday and has no plans of even acknowledging that it's a problem, then it is fair to say that your weight may indeed disqualify you from being considered healthy. And you can most definitely infer just from looking at them that at their current state, they are at an increased risk of disease. Now, does that mean you should say that kind of thing to people? No, of course not. That's really, really rude. But anyone suggesting that there is some alternate universe where being 300 plus pounds at 5'5" is healthy is hurting people, whether that's the intention or not. Just because your health markers are not demonstrating in this exact moment that you are not unhealthy does not mean that they will not in the future. It's like fat activists just forget that we all get old. I don't know.
Oh, you think. Let's read. Madzie has built a great community where all of us feel comfy talking about the things like this. Haha, I love you all. Listen, honestly, you know, that is a part of the plan, you know, because I like everyone to feel comfortable, you know. I don't like people feeling uncomfortable about sharing their stories, you know, and I don't like people feeling uncomfortable that they can't come out of their bubble, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, boys and girls, you know, you guys being comfortable to share what you want to say, listen, it helps me too. And honestly, everything that's happened since we've started this journey, you know, has really helped me in my own personal life, really conquer certain things, you know what I mean, okay? Which is fantastic. So yes, absolutely, okay? Congrats, and you got this, Maria. Yes, you guys, you have. I was thinking that it's a great little community. Yeah, it's a little community that we're gonna grow to be worldwide. I mean, it's worldwide already, but we're gonna make it big, you know what I mean? As we grow, we all grow, okay? You know what I'm saying, okay? We all grow together. That's the bottom line, okay? That's why I always encourage you, boys and girls, okay? If you ever want to reach out to me, okay, about anything that you want to go through. So, listen, I've had amazing people already reach out to me, you know, and we've had some amazing conversations, you know what I mean, about what they're going through in X, Y, Z, you know? And honestly, listen, if you want to talk, we can talk, you know what I mean? You know, a creator has a good community when their actual convos related to the video going in the chat. Oh, 100%. And also as well, you know, it's purely healthy in these conversations as well. I've been to streams where it's very toxic, you know. I like the fact that it's healthy in these conversations, you know. It's fantastic, honestly, man. Honestly. I'd rather get content like this instead of drama. Gee, come on. I love that slogan. We're all growing together. 100%. We are all growing together. Thank you for that, Paige Williams. Thank you so much, my girl, all the way from California. What's it called? A rising tide lifts all the boats. A way to be a good tide. And Mads, listen, come on. I love to share how I naturally lowered my blood sugars with eliminating sodas. I no longer am pre-diabetic. Oh, that's crazy, man. That's fantastically crazy for you there. Well done there, Maria. I mean, you came to the stream late, Maria, but okay, that's good though. You came with good news. That's the main thing. You came with good news. Oh, you all are so supportive of everyone. I used to have food aberration issues, which I've never said online till now. Listen, see, speak up. But this is why, listen, I need to do a podcast again, okay? When we do a podcast, boys and girls, come on, everyone needs to come along and, you know, really share. Don't be afraid. Obviously, when I have the podcast out, obviously that's when I have the Zoom out as well, okay? And it's important that we get more and more of you boys and girls popping up on the Zoom chat, you know what I mean? Really speaking up about whatever the topic is, you know what I mean? Because everyone's opinion matters. That's the bottom line. Everyone's opinion matters. Everyone's story matters. Everyone's anything matters. You know what I mean? Just got to be brave enough to come on that Zoom and speak your piece. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, let's continue. Not too much more to go now, which is fantastic. Let's rock and roller.
We are now entering the part of the video where I openly attack Lindo Bacon's.
You need to let us know when you're going live. I do. I notify you guys about half an hour early. What can I say? Come on. Hey, Mikazu Sukasa. Come on. Nothing but love and support, guys. Yes, love it. Absolutely. Right, let's go.
Character. As I mentioned earlier, it seemed to me that Lindo Bacon's presentation style was pretty frivolous.
You only gave half an hour, maybe 2 hours next time, okay? That's not enough time. Okay, listen, relax. Okay, sometimes I make, listen, guys, okay, listen. Sometimes I make decisions, okay, just like, you know, a last minute. But I'll have you know, boys and girls, okay, when it comes to this whole 2 hour thing, right, yeah? And I tell you what, considering Miss Ayan Vivid is the one that pointed it out, yeah? Listen, sometimes I'll be talking to Ayan Vivid, okay, on the socials and on whatnot, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna go live at this time, right? And then I'm like, okay, let me go and make the announcement I'm gonna go live. What does she do? Listen, don't blame me. Blame the one. Miss Vivid is the one that slows me down all the time. I'm like, well, can I go? Can I go and do it? Yeah. In a second. So basically, yeah, I want to go Hawaii, okay? Okay, and this is what I'm gonna do, okay? Listen.
And oddly unscientific for someone who's making such serious waves online. So who is Lindo Bacon?
Oh, damn. I love how you repeat some things at least 3 times. I still do that. I've heard that my whole life. I can't believe I'm still doing that. I'm actually oblivious to it half the time. Sam, what are you doing, Sam? Come on, Sam. Sam, you know what? Me and you falling like Sam. We're never going to be friends, you know? Never going to be friends. Don't talk to me. Ever. No, just don't talk to me. I'm done with you today. I'm just done. Watch your back, man.
Exactly.
Receipts. There ain't no receipts in an audio call.
Appeared in the Chicago Tribune titled, "Can You Be Overweight and Healthy?" Now, in this article, Lindo puts forth various ideas, and the other doctors pretty much just take turns shutting her down. But the real tea happened afterwards. James Feld, the journalist who wrote the article for the Chicago Tribune, wrote an article on his website telling a little bit more of the backstory to the, quote, challenging interview that he had with Lindo. And as a result of this, Lindo Bacon actually complained about this article to the Chicago Tribune until they issued a correction, and then promptly tweeted, "No, I don't endorse much attributed to me in Chicago Trib. Let's call for responsible journalism." James Feld then sent a reply reminding Lindo that I had a voice recording of our conversation and that the quotes were accurate and in context. Upon finding out that he had receipts and that Lindo could be exposed, they wrote 2 apology emails immediately. So the reason I felt it appropriate to include this story is that it's quite suggestive of the type of person that Lindo Bacon is. And in particular, it demonstrates that Lindo has a history of making a claim and then retracting it.
That is a fair point, Sam. That is a fair point. But still, I'm watching you.
And it doesn't paint them in the best light. The technique Lindo likes to employ, in my opinion, of course, is
Lindo is a scammer.
doublespeak. And actually, the YouTube channel What I've Learned did an entire video on it.
Doublespeak is language designed to evade responsibility, make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language designed to mislead while pretending not to.
Lindo is constantly making these statements that could be construed as having double meanings. The statement, "little evidence supports that weight is the primary cause of many diseases for which it is routinely blamed," is intended to mean you can't conclusively prove causality with
Listen, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. This video was about Tess Holliday. Why is this woman so special? But I get the angle. I get the angle that she's going for her, you know. She started off obviously with Tess Holliday. Tess Holliday is obviously the selling point of the video, because you put her name in the title, then obviously, you know, it goes farther. But to be fair, the title is the toxic world of Tess Holliday and fat activism, politics, lies, and health. So to be fair, the title does say that there is going to be more than just Tess Holliday. And you know what? It's good that she's put this in here, because obviously she's just basically trying to backtrack even more about where all this came from and how we got here now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I respect it to a certain degree, even though I don't really want to hear about Lindo anymore. But hey, life goes on. It's a verse. Listen, let's not talk about her appearance.
Oh, excess fat does not cause disease. Just like the statement, "the science is clear, body fat is not the killer it's made out to be," means the link between mortality and obesity isn't as clear-cut as the media portrays it to be. And also, excess body fat doesn't kill people. By speaking in this way, Lindo can simultaneously convince someone who doesn't know how epidemiological studies work that obesity is not dangerous, but also save their ass in case someone that does takes a look at this and says, well, why would you say that? Especially when the link between obesity and disease is so well documented that there's not a lot of room to argue that.
Period, full stop. It's just a fact. It's a fact of epidemiology.
Lindo's actions demonstrate to me that health is not the primary goal of health at every size. If this were true, there'd be no need to hide behind vague language and cherry-picked data. You would fully explain your points. If only out of passion for the fact that you believed that this is true and that fat people were being, unfairly vilified for something that is not unhealthy. And this certainly helps to explain why Lindo's mission statement does not mention health at all. Lindo is fostering a more just world, not a healthy one. Why? Because health at every size is not a health movement. It is entirely political. Tess Holliday wants you to believe, and probably wants to believe herself, that she's healthy. Lindo Bacon and Health at Every Size want you to believe that obesity is healthy. And Cosmo and every other woke corporate entity don't care what you believe as long as you buy their stuff. They all have very different reasons for doing what they do, but the result is the same. People are truly beginning to believe that obesity is not very dangerous, despite the pile of evidence suggesting otherwise, and the very flimsy evidence to suggest the opposite. These women find Tess and they feel validated because she looks beautiful, even at 300 pounds. Then Health at Every Size chimes in and tells them that, well, not only can you be beautiful, but you can be healthy at that weight. Being morbidly obese doesn't mean you're unhealthy. or have a problem with food. You're just built that way, and it's only diet culture and fat phobia telling you otherwise.
Bacon's eyes remind me of Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I like that one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And this is a very seductive alternative after spending a lifetime trying and failing to lose weight and not feeling like your body is beautiful or worthy or anything like that. And you can see why otherwise rational people can get pulled into this alternate reality where they're being lied to by Health at Every Size and Tess Holliday. Oh my god, that was a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was quite the undertaking, more than I thought it would be. I actually researched obesity for like 2 weeks before starting this video, and then I literally didn't use like any of that research in this video, so at least I'm confident that obesity is bad for you now. Anyway, I hope to have another video out for you guys in less than like 5 weeks. So I will see you in the next one. And if you are watching this far and you are not subscribed, yeah, hit the subscribe button and like, and yeah. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
See you later, alligator. Ah, dear boys and girls, boys and girls, boys and girls, boys and girls. You know what to do. You know what to do. Go follow the boy. Go follow the boy. Listen, that was one hell of a roller coaster. That really was one hell of a freaking roller coaster, you know. I mean, listen, I never want to hear the name Lindo again. I mean, honestly, that woman is just, she has traumatized me. She has traumatized me. She has really just, no, she hasn't traumatized me. That's a lie. 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 That is a lie. That is a lie. It's just the wrong word. It's the wrong word. I can't find the word for it, but she is just something else. She needs to be stopped. She shouldn't be allowed to have a voice ever again. She should be blocked on Twitter. She should be blocked on any social medias. She shouldn't be allowed anywhere. Any video on YouTube that has her in it needs to be removed right now. Honestly, she's a bad influence to the community, you know what I mean? And it's just weird, man. It's just annoying. Madzi has the greatest beard. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Lindo is a compliment in Brazil. Oh, is it? Oh, wow. That's not good. She's ruined the name Lindo, hasn't she? Clearly. She really has. Yeah, Lindo. Why Linda? I did sub to you today. Thanks for the fun today. Thank you, Otis, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, okay? I needs to be blocked from herself. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Stop it with that does it, man. Anyway, listen, boys and girls, thank you so much for coming through today. It's been one hell of an eventful evening. Well, for me, it's evening. For you guys, it might be afternoon. It might be the morning. Do you know what I mean? But it's been very eventful. We've had ups and downs in this video. I mean, I've had a lot of downs in this video. You know what I mean? I really have. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And I guess roll on the next live. Obviously, I'll still be uploading as normal. Obviously, today. I mean, well, not today. Actually, no, it is today, but it's a new day, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'll be uploading as normal, boys and girls. So please make sure you're there to, you know, obviously, watch those videos. You know what I mean? And try and take back as many positive things as you can from every video that I make. Okay, that is the aim, to make those positives. The time right now is 1:50 a.m. in the UK. Okay, 1:50 in the UK. I'll probably be awake for another hour or so, to be honest with you. I'm gonna lie to you. Good night, Madzi. I'm still in love with you, even though you said we aren't friends. It was an important conversation to have. It definitely was. Madzi, you must react to no. Nico Carter needs to go away. He's making fun of Amberlynn Reid. I don't know. It's to be fair, that sounds a bit tasty still. Making fun of Amberlynn Reid. I don't know. I mean, send me the link and I'll think about it. Okay, so disrespect me, piece of lean. Send me the link and I'll think about it. That's all I can say for that. But yes, if it is obviously the evening for you boys and girls, please get some sleep. If it's not, enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your morning or the rest of your afternoon. Okay, depending on where you are around the freaking world. Okay. I've actually DM'd you that video. Oh, have you? Oh, you cheeky little. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you so much. Thank you so freaking much. Make sure you leave a like before you disappear as well. Okay, obviously leave a like so we can grow the community even more and more and more and more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? Why not? Why not? Okay, and also follow me on my social media, which is up above my freaking head. And the handle is the same handle and everywhere. It is the same handle that I have on Instagram. Oh, this is Instagram, that I have on Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. So go follow the boy. But at the same time, the links for my socials are directly in the description, where you can directly go straight to my account without actually having to search my name. So you do also have that option as well. Yes, thank you, everybody. Now I'm gonna go and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life right now. I need to put something on that's positive so I can not think about Lind or bacon anymore, because boy, that woman and that man, that Lind on the man has taken a lot out of me today. Anyway, guys, adios, amigos. See you next time, and we are out. Peace.